Hello, I'm chess expert Gil Luna. This video lesson is on a basic tactical theme called the discovered attack. All right, a discovered attack is when you move a piece out of the way and you attack with the piece behind it. All right, that is called a discovered attack. So you're not directly attacking the piece that you're trying to take with the piece that you're moving, but you're attacking with the hidden piece behind that piece. Now, don't worry if you didn't understand that. We're going to go over the examples and you're going to try to solve these problems on your own. So based on what I just said, let's see if you can solve problem number 1 on your own. All right, pause the video and try to look for the discovered attack. Okay, so if you found knight f5, you were correct. So this is an example of discovered attack. All right, the knight has moved out of the way, checking the king, but you're not trying to take the king, you're trying to take the queen. And the piece that's actually doing the damage is the piece behind it. It's the rook. So you've discovered this rook to attack the queen. Now, it's very important when you're trying to execute a discovered attack that you look for the strongest possible move when you're moving the piece in front. For example, this technically would be a discovered attack as well. All right, the knight has moved out of the way and the rook is attacking the queen. However, it's not the strongest possible move because in the first example, you moved the knight out of the way and you checked the king. Here, you're not checking the king, so the queen can simply take your rook. So it was a discovered attack, but it wasn't a strong one. All right, you're looking for the strongest move possible when you're doing a discovered attack with the piece in front. All right, so let's go to the next problem. All right, so here we go again. Take your time, pause the video, and see if you can find the correct discovered attack in this position. All right, so if you found knight to d6 check, very good. All right, we have moved our knight out of the way. We are checking the king, and our bishop has been discovered on the queen. All right, so let's look at that again. Knight check, and bishop is taking the queen. So if the king moves, which the king has to move in this position, the queen is lost. Now, maybe you went for a different discovered attack. Maybe you went for knight to c5, right? So here's a discovered attack. And in this case, the knight is protecting the bishop. That's great. That is a discovered attack, but that is not strong enough. Now the queen can simply move and turn the tables on you. Now you've just been double attacked by the queen. So this simple queen move attacks the king and the knight. And instead of winning a queen in this position, you're losing a knight, and most likely queen versus bishop and 2 pawns, you're losing the game. Knight check, thank you for the queen. Next problem. Okay, go ahead, pause the video, take as much time as you need, and try to figure out the double attack in this position. All right, so if you found rook to c8, very good. All right, once again, we are checking this king and the bishop is taking the rook. Now, there is another discovered attack with the rook in this position that you might have seen, and that's rook f4. The problem is this is not a good move, and the reason it's not a good move is because, yes, you're still checking the king. Yes, you are still attacking the rook. However, your pawn can take the rook. And after the pawn takes the rook, the bishop takes the rook and the pawn takes the pawn, and it's a king and bishop draw. So you went from a win in that position to a draw. Next problem. All right, here you go. Take your time. Do your best, as much time as you need. Try to see if you can find the correct double attack in this position. Okay, the correct move is knight to c6 check. All right. Not only are you checking the king, just like in the previous problems, but you are also attacking the rook. So after queen takes knight, queen takes rook, and you've won the knight for a rook in this position. And once again, like all other problems, you can move this knight anywhere, but there's no forced move. Black can simply just move the rook out of the way. You're looking for the check. All right. And if you're saying, well, they just take my knight, yeah, you're right. They will just take your knight, but a rook is better than a knight. Next problem. All right. Take your time, pause the video, take as much time as you need. Now, it's very important to know that in this position, you are playing with the black pieces in this position. All right. Pause and good luck. Okay. If you found knight to h4, very good. All right. We have knight h4 check. The king is being attacked. The pawn can't even take the knight in this position because it's pinned, and the queen is capturing the queen. All right, now there's another one. Some of you might have got tricked by this move and played knight to e1, check. Once again, you're doing a check and you're attacking the queen. So this seems like it should be correct. However, the queen can get out of the double attack and get out of the king can get out of the check at the same time by simply playing queen takes knight. So let's look at the difference. On this check, the queen cannot move, get the king out of check, and save herself. So the king must move in this position, and then you can go queen takes queen. With this check, the queen can move out of the double attack and get out of danger. All right, so that's why you have to be very, very careful to find the best possible move with the front piece. Next problem. All right, here we go. In this position, it is white to move. Pause the video, take as much time as you need, and good luck. Okay, if you found rook to a7, very good. All right, we've sacrificed our rook, we're checking the king, and we are taking the queen. All right, this is the strongest move in this position for the double attack. Now you might have, just in the last problem, some of you might have played rook f8, attacking the king check and attacking the queen. However, just like the last problem, the queen can move and get out of check at the same time. So the danger is gone. All you did in this position was give away a free rook. So that's why you have to be very careful on the moves that you make, because you're looking, it's the same exact idea, a check and attacking the queen, but in one scenario you're winning and the other scenario you're losing because you just gave away a free rook. So let's look at that again. Rook takes pawn check. Thank you for the queen. Rook f8 check. Black says, thank you for the rook. All right, stay tuned for part 2 of Discovered Attack. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you learned something and I hope you enjoyed this video.